Hi, SoYoung. Thank you for your teaching lesson. I really appreciated how the support, the visual support you had during your whole teaching, your lesson was simple but present to help the listeners follow along more easily. I really liked the story you chose and how you made it sound like it was going to be a hero story and then it turned into actually a bad guy story. And I think that goes very well with what you wanted to teach. So you actually kind of got me. So I found it was really well taught, and I find the fact of pausing several times and asking specific interaction with the class very good, very good. The areas where perhaps it could have been developed more or fixed slightly or be clearer. One of them was the connection. Like you gave avoid the flesh, beware of a boastful mouth, stand fast in the faith. But then I felt you did not make a link between that information and the conclusion. So I felt like there's like connections missing there. Another area would be Professor Frankenfeld taught us to have make sure we have effective part of the story where the people's hearts are stimulated, and the story at the beginning does it a little bit, but then the rest was just purely scholar or scholarly and so intellectual. So you could have maybe added a story that would or specific a personal experience or something that happened that would stimulate more the affective and emotional part of the listener. The main idea I think you were trying to communicate is how to distinguish false teachers. We must distinguish false teachers through God's power. And I found it very good that you actually, through God's power, that's an element that is so important. And I really liked my favorite part of your teaching is how it was simple, short, to the point. You don't waste any words. It was each word was important in its teaching, and how in practice the conclusion is a common conclusion, but useful, and especially in this context of prayer and memorizing scripture. I found it simple but very good. So thank you. I really appreciate it.